This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let's discuss about brief history of Oracle database. So, welcome you guys in my session. This is Oracle 19C DBA workshop, which is almost 30 hours workshop. In that, I will tell you about the concept as well as practical scenario. And this is old architecture workshop. So, what does it mean, old architecture? Means Oracle started its database from version 1, and from version 1 to version 11, uh, their database is based on non CDB architecture. So after 11G in 12C, they introduced new architecture, that is CDB PDB, multi-tenant architecture, or you can say container or pluggable database architecture. So that's why these two architecture comes from 12C onwards. And after 19C, it will not be available, old architecture. So you can say 19C supported till 2027. So client has the option. He can create the database in old architecture as well as new architecture, depend on the requirement. Okay, so that's why these two workshop I will take care of that. Okay, but free workshop only this old architecture. Paid workshop is CDB PDB, that is paid workshop. If you guys who didn't enroll for paid also, so they can, if they are interested, they can pay and they can join my paid CDB PDB architecture workshop. Okay, guys. So now come to the history of Oracle database. So it is almost 37 years of Oracle database in the database market, and it is started or founded by Larry Bob Miner. Okay, and in 1977. Earlier, its name was different. It started with software development laboratory, laboratories first. Then its name become Relational Software (RSI) Inc. And again they changed in '83 Oracle System Corporation, and then they change again later as Oracle Corporation. So now almost four times they have changed the name of the Oracle company. Okay, till now we are calling as a Oracle Corporation. And first commercial database version was not version 1, it was version 2, which was totally available for commercial purpose, and it was introduced after 2 years of Oracle formed. So it based on RDBMS, relational database management system. So we have non-RDBMS database, we have RDBMS database in the market right now. So Oracle is the number one in the RDBMS. Okay, and it is a landmark on that time when relational database comes into the picture. Then version 3 was introduced in 1983, and it was the first relational database which run on mainframe, on mini computers, on personal computers. Okay, and database was written in C. Mostly all the software which are written in C language, that are more secure and more powerful and long running technologies, you can say. And then version 4 was introduced in 1985, and in that Oracle focus read consistency. Okay, and version 5 is introduced in 85, sorry I said 4. Okay, and it was client server computing supported, means you can install your database software on one machine and you can install client software on different machine, and then client can access the database remotely. So that concept came in version 5. And version 6 introduced, and it was focusing on disk IO, locking, and backup and recovery. And also in version 6, Oracle introduced a PL SQL language, which is the extension of SQL language. So I'm not going into that. And also in Oracle 7, which was released in 1992, and Oracle added some features like procedures and triggers in this language. And then Oracle 8 was released in 1997. So it was based object relational database, which was supporting new data types, which was supporting partitioning of the large tables. Okay, so that we will see later. And then internet era came in 1999. So Oracle is the smart player to capture new things and added it, and they introduced Oracle 8i, which was supporting internet protocol and server side support for Java. So basically it was totally supported to internet computing. Okay, and then version 9i was introduced in 2001, and release 2 is introduces in 2002. So Oracle 9i was the first powerful database which ran almost 10 years. Instead of Oracle introducing 10G, 11G, everybody was using 9i. Okay, so that was the plus point. And 11G is the second database after 9i, which was again very powerful. Okay, so that's why when 12C come, nobody was moving. When 12C release 2 comes, nobody was moving. Everybody was using 11G. Then Oracle moved to 18C, and then when 19C comes, then now Oracle forcefully telling that we are not supporting 11G. You have to move to this database, which is totally production release databases. Okay, and Oracle also changed the concept of innovation release and production release. So they are releasing innovation release also. They are releasing production release also. So your 80, your 20C, 21C, 22C all was innovation release. Okay, and 19C is the production release version that is supported 2026, and extended support is 2027. And now 23C beta is going on, and 23 again is the second production release from the Oracle. Okay, so also in 2001 Oracle introduced the rack concept, where we can create two instances that can support to the database. So you can more study in RAG training. Okay, and also Oracle introduced XML database, which has the ability to store and query XML. Then 10G era comes in 2003, when grid computing era is going on that time. Then Oracle changed the naming and they called as 10G, and their goal was to manage everything by self-tuning and disk management. So they introduced ASM, which was the replacement of virtualization. You can say LVM and concept, which was a Red Hat concept. So Oracle is a smart player. So Oracle is creating own storage mechanism, which is more supportive. So that's why from 20 onwards, everybody is using Oracle ASM. Then 11G released in 2007. Okay, instead of that, Oracle 9i was running on that time also, and 11G1 is not means popular. Then 2, then 3 and 4, and 4 was very popular then. So till 11G, their concept was only releasing the patches and giving the number like 11201, 11202, 11203, 11204. Okay, but when they introduced 12C in 2013, they moved to cloud design. They created a database which support to the cloud. So they introduced new multi-tenant architecture actually, and which is CDB PDB architecture. So now my question, you guys, can anyone tell me how many PDBs we can create in 12C, and now how many PDBs we can create? So guys, please answer. Nine. Okay. Please respond quickly so that I can tell the answer. That was 3 dB. PDB is for free licensing actually. In 19C, you can create 3 PDBs without license. So that is, I'm not asking that. Okay, I'm answering 256 and 4096 right now. 252 or 256 actually, and 4096 now maximum we can do that. Okay, so that is the answer. Okay, clear guys? Okay, back to this. So, 12C basically help the DBA more efficiently. So, DBA can utilize their resources where you can use CPUs, you can use storage for PDBs in one container. And then from 2018, Oracle changed the naming concept. It goes airwise. So in 2018, it introduced 18C version, which was 12C family, and it was basically based on memory concept, where we have two data models, columnar and row access, and 19C is introduced in 2019, and again I said it is the supported version for 12C family product. So that's why this comes Oracle 19C, and in that they have improved so many features like JSON and Active Data Guard. So that was the history of Oracle database. Okay, perfect. Any questions so far? Now, what are the common tasks for the DBA? So, generally, if you are working in a small company, so you have to do everything. So, on the basis of that, I have prepared this document. So, DBA have to install the software, means binaries. After installing the binaries, DBA can create the databases, manual or DBCA, and a DBA can perform the upgrade like from 11G to 19C, but 11G version should be 11204. Then a DBA can upgrade. Okay, and DBA can shut down, start up the databases, instances. DBA can manage the storage structure like table space, data file, etc. DBA can manage the user and security. Like DBA can create the user, DBA can assign the privileges, which can be object privileges, which can be system privileges. DBA can assign the role, which can be normal role, which can be DBA role. Okay, and DBA can also create own role and assign some privileges to that particular role, and then directly DBA can assign that role to the new user. So it depends. Okay, so then managing database objects like table, indexes, and views. So these three objects majorly DBA have to do the things in these three objects. Other objects we have synonym sequence and materialized view, like that. Okay, and then back up the database and performing recovery operation whenever necessary. So my second question is that uh, uh, can we create multiple CDBs? Boss, this is old architecture workshop, so I will focus on old architecture. Okay, because if I will go on different architecture, it will be disturb for the freshers. Okay, so I'm not answering right now for this question. Okay, yeah. So my second question is how many control file minimum is required for my database, and maximum how many control file we can do for multiplexing. If you know multiplexing for security purpose, because control file is very important. So my question is minimum how many control file is required, and maximum how many is that? 2323238 Shaista Jamal. Three minimum, nine maximum, minimum one recommended, two. Yes, Azhar Sheikh, perfect answer. Minimum you can create one, but recommendation is two and store onto two different ticks. Okay, and maximum we can create up to eight. Eight multiplexing we can do control file, and we have to store on eight different location. Then you will get the benefit. Okay, so now, all right. Then you can monitor the database. You can prevent or corrective action, whatever is required. So DBA, sorry, database introduced AWR. Earlier, it was a stat pack report. It was not graphical report, so it was very hectic to read it. So now Oracle comes with AWR, which was HTML report where the report is more formatted form section wise. So DBA has the power to easily understand the AWR. And then Oracle introduced ADDM. By that you can get the solutions of the problems which you have in your database, so you can work on that recommendation also. Then if you want to more specific for any session, you have ASH report, active session history report, so you can find out who is the culprit of your database and whose object is the culprit for your database. So that's how Oracle improving every version in every field. Okay, so you can diagnose and report critical problems to the Oracle support team, right? So that is, and now tool for the administering the database. So basically the first tool which DBA can face, that is Oracle Universal Installer. Okay, so I hope everyone knows this is the tool. By that DBA will install the software, and after that when installing the software it can create the database simultaneously also. But better practice, you can first install the software first, and then later you can create the database. And you have DBCA tool which creates the database from existing templates which are provided by Oracle, or you can customize your own template and you can create the database according to you. So it depends. Okay, so recommendation is use the DBCA to create the database. Don't go with manual. For testing purpose, you can go with manual. Okay, where you have not graphical resource available where you can enable DBCA, because it requires graphics actually. So that then you have different method to enable the graphics, setting the display, and you have to do some additional things. Okay, then when you want to upgrade from version 1 to version 2, so DBA give the a tool which is called as DBUA, which is again a graphical tool which will give you facility to change the database to new release. Okay, and we have the NetCA tool. By that you can configure the network files for your Oracle database. So better to use this tool because very sensitive files are listener.ora and tnsnames.ora and sqlnet.ora. So that are very sensitive files. So better practice is creating by these tools. And also we had net manager also, we can use that also. And then if suppose you have the database and you want to manage graphically web-based interface, so though Oracle introduced, I think in 9i Oracle Enterprise Manager, and after that they move the better facilities like OEM 12c and 13c, like that. Okay, so now 13c is very popular. And now I have with me expert of Oracle Enterprise Manager 13c, and we are planning to start the paid batch of OEM 13c very soon. Okay, and he has 10 years of experience in that actually. He did my past batches. Okay, but he was busy with some stuff, so that's why we stopped the training of that. Okay, come back to this business. SQL developer. So SQL developer is also the graphical tool which supports the SQL language. We support the PL/SQL language. Basically, developer used heavily to testing purpose, to developmenting the product actually. So when I was in my last company, I was using SQL Developer as well as Store. So you can debug the PL/SQL package in statements. You can create scripts. You can run. So you have too much facilities with SQL Developer. So DBA should be hands-on in SQL Developer also. It is very easy to manage. Okay. And again, these are responsibilities. You can read it later, so I'm not going into that. And the now task is for database administrator. So before going into task, we have multiple of database user. Like we have database administrator, we have network administrator, we have application developers, we have application administrator, we have database user. So according to user, you have to assign the roles and privileges and all. So when we do user management, so in that we will discuss okay about this. And then now task of the database administrator. So the task one is evaluate the database server hardware. So in that, what should you ask to the client that is required for the database? So you can ask how many disk drivers are given by the client for the Oracle products. How many dedicated tape drives if client wants? So you should ask, and how much memory is available to manage the instance of Oracle database which you want to run. So these questions DBA can evaluate when he is evaluating about hardware part. Then DBA task to install the Oracle database software. So as I said already, you can use Oracle OUI. Okay, you can install the binaries, and after that you can create the you have to plan the database. So in planning, you have to ask so many things to the client, you want to ask about the logical structure of the database, means how many table spaces is required, and in that what types of objects it will be stored. Okay, so according to that you can manage, extend, segment all these storage. And then for performance wise, you can check about logical storage when you are accessing the table, so how it will behave on your database. And when somebody is inserting the data, when somebody updating the data, so how your database will behave. So and you are taking a backup and performing recovery, so how your database will behave. So you have to ask everything, database objects, storage characteristics, and how many data files be required. So in planning stage, you have to plan the backup and recovery strategy also. We design backup, and according to that we perform the recovery if something happen. So these DBA has the knowledge to do this. And then you have to create the database according to your design, according to your information. And then by DBCA you can create. And after creating the database, you have to back up the database according to your strategy. So we have many types of backups available. So just like we had full backup, we had incremental backup, and incremental backup we have differential and cumulative. So again, that is different workshop which we are starting very soon. Okay, but that is not free. And then come to user part. After creating the database according to client requirement, you will create the user. Some user will be admin, some user will be supportive developer, some user will be DBA who has more power. So like that, according to the client requirement, you will create the user, you will assign the table space, you will assign the privileges, you will assign the role, you will assign the quota of that particular table. So all things you will manage in user management. Got it? And then implement the database design. What does it mean? Suppose you create and start the database and you created the user. Now you will plan the logical storage structure by creating all necessary table space, because by default you get system table space and sysocs. Okay. And if you are not creating any normal table space, so every user data will goes to system, so that is not recommended. So we will create user table space for user data like table. And if you have more storage, you can create index table space for index storage purpose. So like that you can go object wise. Okay. And now task 8, backup your fully functional database. So again you have to back up the database when you are done with all the implementations. Okay. And then tune database performance. So for tuning is very uh, vast field. I can say that. Okay. After 5 year, you can think you can do work as a PT expert. Okay. So in PT, you required SQL knowledge, you required PL/SQL knowledge, you required database internal components knowledge. Then you can become better expert. Okay. Without knowledge you can work. Okay. Predefined script, predefined notepad notes which was made by previous DBA, you can work, but for your expertise required these things. Okay. And then in tuning we have so many tools, like we have memory advisor, we have buffer cache advisor, we have access advisor, like that. So many tools available right now for checking the performance. And then you want to download and install the recent release update. Okay. So that can be uh, means patches, rollover, and CPU patches, whatever, because we required uh, actually whenever Oracle launch any database, so after working they get the problems and then they solve that problem, so they create the patches and they provide the solution on that patches, and DBA install that patches. Okay. Then your database can become better. So that is the policy of Oracle. Okay. So they have quarterly release, they have monthly release of that. So now the last task is roll out to additional hosts. Suppose I have configured one database on one machine and I want to clone it. Okay, I want more database same like. So you have the option. You can clone the Oracle home. You can clone the database. So you have different mechanism. By that you can do the cloning and install same database on different server. So that is a major task for the DBAs. Okay. Now, first thing, DBA should know SQL statement. So that is the one language which basically used by for RDBMS databases. Okay. So you have the knowledge of SQL language. Not I'm saying query writing, but at least you have to know the syntax of creating the objects, altering the objects, dropping the objects, like that. Okay. So first thing, you have to submit the commands and SQL to the database. So you have several ways. Okay. So you can use SQL star plus tool. By that you can write the command or query and then do the task. And you have SQL developer, which is the graphical tool where with the help of that you can create the databases, you can create the schemas. Okay. So that. And what is SQL star plus? Basically this is the tool which command line interface tool. If you are good in SQL command line or SQL star plus, then you are a good DBA. Okay. Because uh, in that you have to remember all the command syntax, and you have to do the activity uh, according to this. So before you can submit SQL statement, you have to connect to SQL Star Plus. You can connect with the locally also. You can connect remotely also. So let me uh, start my machine. I forgot to start. Just show to you guys. And the next is connecting to SQL Star Plus. So how you will connect, how you will open the database like that. So I'm just showing it. Okay, let's my machine should be start. Then I will connect with Putty. Just give me 2 3 minutes. What is OEI usage? OEI is a graphical tool which install database software binaries, and after that it will create the database also. You can create simultaneously when you are installing the software. If you are not install creating on that time, then later you have the DBCA tool. By that you can enable it and you can create the database. So this is the one work of OUI, first work actually, you can say. Repeat the task one. You are morning also, right, Ansab? Yeah, my database is open. So you miss, that is not my fault there. So I am trying to connect my database. So generally DBA connect with Putty, so you know the IP address of your server. So that should be very confidential with the DBAs actually. Okay, so my machine IP is this. So like that, I'm trying to connect. Okay, so my black screen is visible to everyone. Oh, sorry, not enabled. Now, okay. So here my username is Oracle. Okay. So now we have two ways, okay, to connect to SQL Star Plus tool. So first is SQL Plus slash no log. Okay. So this way I will connect it. So connected to my this tool. Then if I say show user, so no user because I didn't pass any user. Now I am connecting connect slash as sysdba. Okay. So here it is saying ideal instance. So I am the DBA. I can start the database. So I say startup. So now my database is started. So this is the one way. Okay. Now I'm showing another way. You can directly type SQL plus slash as sysdba. Okay. Now you say show user. So sys. So like this way you can connect. Okay. Got it? So that done. Yeah. Now the two important environment variable to start SQL Star Plus. First is Oracle SID, and then Oracle Home environment variable should be set. Okay. So let me check here. So how to check this echo dollar Oracle underscore SID. So my SID is this ORCL. Okay. So if suppose you want to set any other SID, so you have the export command. By that you can set. So we will see later. And echo dollar Oracle home. So this is my Oracle home where my software binaries is installed. Okay, so you can reach. So these two variable is very important. So and also it has many ways to set this two variables. And for Windows you required LD library path also. So yeah, so this is Windows setting. By set env command you can set the OSID by Oracle Home and LD library path. If you are using Linux or Unix, so you have export Oracle underscore SID equals to ORCL, export Oracle Home and full path. Okay, and then export library path, like that you have to set. Okay, so this is the way you can do that. So we will see when we do the database software installation. Okay. So this operating system environment variable we need to set also. Okay. And how to start SQL Star Plus I showed already. Okay, so now SQL Plus slash no log I have showed. Okay, now these are the ways by that you can connect to your database. So in that, if you are connecting to a local database user, so you have connect syntax, connect system. If you are connecting a local database user with sysdba, so you have to mention as sysdba. If you are connecting to local database user with sys backup privileges, so you have to manage as sys backup. And when you are connecting to the local database user with sys backup privileges, so user is also sys backup and privileges is also sys backup. We will discuss this on our next session about how many privileges we have majorly, what privileges user can perform what task actually. So powerful privileges is sysdba, then system, then introduce Oracle introduce sys backup, sysrack, like that. Okay, so these are the connection type by that you can connect. So if you want to go with operating system authentication, so you just type connect slash sysdba. Okay, if you want to go with easy connect syntax, so you have this easy connect syntax. And if you want to go with service handler, so here service handler syntax. If you want to go with port wise 51522, so you can mention. If you want to go with host, you can mention. And this is IPv6 syntax. Okay, if you are using IPv6 protocol. And then you have specifying an instance. So here ORCL you are specifying the instance. And then you have net service name at the rate sales one. So like you are connecting to this. Oh my god, power gone. Mm, just a second. Okay, so these are the syntax of Oracle connection. Okay, so you can try and configure and try. Now, what is the syntax? So connect slash as sysoper, sysdba, sysbackup, sysdg, syskm, sysrack. So these are the ways you can connect, and you can pass username, and you can pass password, or you cannot pass password. And after that you can use connect identifier, which already I have mentioned in the type. And now the DBA should know which database release version it is there in their environments. So how you will check the version of your database? Question. Okay, luckily power came. So V dollar version. Okay, what else? Yes, guys. Yeah. Can you tell me how you will differentiate tool command and SQL language command? How you can differentiate? My another question. If I say describe V dollar version, okay. So this comes, and then I'm saying select a star from dual. Okay. So this comes. So which one is tool command? Which one is language command? How you will identify? You got my question? Can anyone reply? Don't know. Okay, no issues. Tool command means SQL star plus. We are using SQL star plus tool, right? So this describe V dollar version is the tool command, and this is SQL language command. So how I know? Tool command does not require semicolon to run it, but SQL language command required to run it. So this is the first way. Second, basically this is describe actually, okay, but we can use DESC also. So tool command we can use uh, partially, but language command you cannot use. If I say select cell star, where is the star, from employees, okay, so this will not work. Okay, we cannot use half word of language command. So this is another way to identify this. Okay, clear? So now release is basically identified by version and version underscore full. Okay, so version release is basically combined as release version dot 0000. Okay, and major release version is based on last two digit of the year in which Oracle database version is released, like from 2018. So this is the release things. And suppose I am introducing Oracle 18. So it was introduced in 2018. So its version release will be 18.0000. And if I say version underscore full release is in an updated version of that major release version. So version underscore full release are designed by 5 digits. Okay, so that digit will be like this: 19.1.0.0.0. So let me know which digit is what. So first digit is tell you the release number, and it also denote the last two digit of the year in which Oracle database version was released. And second number will tell you the updated version, or you can say RU. Okay, so release update version, so that is 19.1. So now tell me which version is going on in 19 C, 19.18 or 19.17 or 19.19? Which version is going on right now? Release version. Another question. Someone is saying 19, someone is saying 1917. So which one is correct? Okay, I will tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow means next session. Then third digit is release update revision version RUR. Okay, and fourth number is not using for any purpose. It is for future use, and mostly it is zero. Okay, and fifth number is the field which are commonly used, and it shows a value which classify or clarify the release date of update RU, just like as if I say 19.7.0.0.2004 and 40. So like this, this will tell you. Okay, so all five digit is done. Okay, so the first three numerals mainly define or identify the Oracle database release. Now my question was which way we can connect, know that version. So we have product underscore common underscore version also. By that we can use it actually. Oh my God, where is my putty? Yeah. So if I'm typing here, so see that my version is 19.0000 and version full is 19.3 and status is production. Okay, clear? So by this way you can check your release number of that. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Now another questions. Can we configure my database version is greater than? Okay, leave it. That is not related to this course. Okay, okay. I will ask in rack. Okay, okay. So that's it for today's session. And task one, evaluate the database server up there. What does it mean? I have already covered there. Okay. If you miss, that is your fault. You can check the recording later. Oh, Sudhakar is left quickly. Okay. Okay. So I'm stopping here, and next session will be on Friday, and I will try to finish as soon as possible. So I'm trying to add one more day in the training. Otherwise, we had Monday, Wednesday, and Friday options, and we had night options 10 to 11 p.m. And also we had morning options 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. So those who are busy in night, he can join morning. Those who are busy in morning, he can join in night. So same session I will repeat on same day. Okay. So don't join next day session. That will be different. Okay. So that is one thing I want to tell. Okay. Okay. So I am stopping here.